How's it going, my fellow collectors? This is Link's Reviews, and I'm Link, and today we have some Dragon Ball GT Funko Pop 2 unboxing review. This is going to be absolutely amazing, so let's get right to it, shall we? Alright guys, so as I said, we have some Dragon Ball GT Funko Pops 2 unboxing review, and starting off, we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku number 2072. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, I am one of the rare few people that absolutely love Dragon Ball GT. I do admit that the storyline wasn't always there, but the concept, the artwork, I loved everything about it. Yes, again, there were some parts of the story that just didn't make sense or wasn't as well written as it could have been, but I still very much enjoyed it. The artwork and the epicness of the battles far fixed that, at least for me. I understand some people's point of view, totally get that. Their point of view is valid, just like mine is. But yeah, let's get going to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, number 2072. Let's get him out of the box and check it out. If you guys like Dragon Ball GT, let me know. If you were kind of stoked when Dragon Ball Damia came out, and a new version of Super Saiyan 4 came out, even though it is different. It doesn't have the black hair, it has red hair, and like giant fists. I wish they would have kept the black hair. I think it actually looks really, really cool. And I'm hoping one day they'll actually bring it back to be like in the Dragon Ball Super universe. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So here we have Super Saiyan 4 Goku in all of his majesty. It was such an epic moment when he finally controlled the power of the Golden Ozaru and compressed it down into Super Saiyan 4. It just is absolutely amazing looking. Just super good. Super cool. I love the red chest hair, the black hair, the red ring around his eyes. I just really, really like that a lot. The yellow pants. He just looks amazing. I could not tell you anything differently. He just looks great. There are some paint defects that I am seeing on the hair, but very minuscule ones. The rest of the paint looks actually pretty well done. Not really seeing any bleeding. All in all, a really, really good Funko Pop. Not a 10 out of 10, but probably a 9 out of 10. Alright, so, and I also apologize ahead of time if you are hearing like this buzzing sound or like this humming sound. That is my printer running right now. I'm printing some chainmail for a future cosplay. More on that later, or on my other channel if I ever remember to post a video on there. Alright, so next up we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Always one to have to catch up with Kakarot, or as we all love to call him, Goku. But here we have number 2073, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. With the help of Bulma, he got to be Super Saiyan 4, not just Goku, using the same machine that Baby used to get when he was in Vegeta to evolve into a kind of super great ape, but failed. He got defeated before he could fully go Super Saiyan 4. That would have been absolutely terrifying. But here we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Let's get him out of the box and check him out. I will have Omega Shenron as a video by itself next week on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. Mostly because he is a 6-inch and I feel like he'd do really well as a close-up video. This one does come with a base, which is surprising. I also just love that he's in flippin' jeans, basically, or Capsule Corp jeans. It's so funny to me. Let's see if I can... They always gotta make these, because they fill the paint holes. I wanna see if he can stand up out. No, he's not gonna. Give me a second. Alright, guys, so I finally got him on the base. Here we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and he looks absolutely amazing. I do love that he's got, like, the deco coloring on him. He's still got some brown hair and some black hair. Looks absolutely fantastic. I do love that Vegeta got the slightly two-toned colored hair. It's almost like he didn't fully get Super Saiyan 4. He got as close as you could get to where it's almost fully transformed, but not quite there because he was using the Blitzwave machine. but still absolutely amazing looking. Here, I love also like how they get new clothing when they transform. I find that absolutely fantastic. Like Goku is in absolute tattered shreds of gi, and yet he got yellow pants, blue wristbands, and like greenish blue wristbands, and then he gets like these purple and yellow boots and like this dark blue denim jeans and a belt, and it just stays on there perfectly. And he gets like these pinkish gloves, and it's absolutely hilarious to me, and I love it a lot. But he looks absolutely amazing. His hair is even more crazy in my opinion than Goku's, because it almost looks like his hair is trying to do a Super Saiyan 3 hair, but it doesn't, because that's just how wild and uncontrolled his hair is gone. But still absolutely fantastic. There is some paint defects on his chest hair, like the gorilla hair, the red ones. The skin tone is kind of bleeding in on it. Only in one spot, but it is slightly there. The rest of it looks pretty good, actually. Now, again, it was hard getting on the base. Sometimes the paint overfills the little peg holes. You can either do what I did, which is slowly work in the pegs, or you can take something to kind of scrape off the paint on the inside there, but be very careful if you're going to do that. I don't recommend that way. I just recommend taking your time, because eventually these will go in. But still, absolutely amazing. Super cool. 9 out of 10. Let's get on to the next one. So next on, we have the Ultimate Fusion, at the time, is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta number 2074, and he looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely love how, like, absolutely insane he acts as this. It's like every transformation that gets stronger with Fusion, the more and more insane and childish they act. And the regular Super Saiyan Gogeta or Super Saiyan Vegito, there's characteristics that kind of dominate. Like Gogeta is a little bit more Goku and a little bit stronger. Vegito is a little bit more calmer and a little bit more arrogant. Vegeta takes over there, and this one is Gogeta, but Goku goes like absolutely, his like insane part of his personality is really on this one. And I just love how like the power levels really affect certain parts of personality. It's almost like they couldn't fully get it completely correct. They got as close as they could within the time, and it worked in the end. But still, as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, let's get him out of the box and check him out. Trying to keep this video under 10 minutes long. I know with someone with ADD, it's very hard to keep someone's attention for longer than 10 minutes. Heck, even 5 minutes is hard. That's why TikTok did so well. But here we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and he looks absolutely fantastic. I love the bright red hair, the darkened fur. It just looks so good, and his eyes are like a way more vibrant blue. He's powering up the Big Bang Kamehameha, I believe, because that is the attack usually that Goku and Vegeta, when they're fused, they use. Looks absolutely fantastic, super cool. I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Dama, Dragon Ball. I'm a big fan of all of it, even like the fan-made stuff, Afterlife, a couple other ones. They're just all Absalon, which I don't think is ever going to get finished at this point, but I'm going to continue watching it as long as it keeps coming out. And then some of the fan-made comics, but still absolutely fantastic looking. I don't really see anything wrong with him besides some normal defects that always happens in the hair. I do like how his fur is a little bit more glossier. It's like it's filled with more energy, which just is super cool. All in all, an amazing Funko Pop. Absolutely love it. So next up we have a Super Android 17, number 2075. Now this is a guy in Dragon Ball GT that I was not expecting to come back, but he did. And it was absolutely fantastic. So let's get him out of the box and check him out. What can you say? He's an android. He looks like the adult version of Android 17. Hence the Super Android 17. He's the I believe, if I remember correctly, he's like the combination of a couple different androids. I can't remember off the top of my head. All I remember is that he was super powerful. It's like, while Android 17 was very powerful at the time, Super Android 17 brought it up to the level of these guys, which was absolutely nuts, in my opinion, that just a mere machine could do that to a bunch of overpowered aliens. but still absolutely fantastic. Super cool Funko Pop. Super cool character. He doesn't say much, not as much of a talker as Android 17, but he gets the job done until he doesn't, because he gets defeated in the end. But still absolutely amazing. Love the design. I love that he literally looks like a more grown-up version. Even his clothing looks like a more grown-up version of Android 17. And I get that. It's super Android 17. I like it a lot. Super cool. Again, with the hair, there's always those specks of paint that don't quite go right on the hair. But besides that, the rest of the paint looks really well done. All in all, an amazing job. Another 9 out of 10. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Share this with your friends. Comment down below and all that jazz. It really helps the channel grow. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate the help if you could share this video. And, because, yeah, that really does help. And as always, my fellow collectors, have a nice day and peace out.